Hi there, wonderful awakening beings and spiritual souls. Jo Rose of JoRose.com, numerologist and energy forecaster, and in this video I'm sharing with you the forecast for January 2020. But just before I do, let's recap what the energy is for this current year. I've already created an amazing empowering video on this topic, so do go and check the link above and then come on back. The energy is a 4 energy for 2020. How do I know this? We add together all the digits in the current year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 4. So what we've got is a 4 energy of grounding, structure, stability, order, and slow and steady. And along comes January 1 and bam! What have we got? A 5 energy. How did we get this 5 energy? We add 1 from January to the 4 of 2020 and we've got a 5. This is the opposite energy of the 4. Whereas the 4 is committed, the 5 is wanting freedom, it's seeking freedom. There's a chance that although you may have listened to my video, and I hope you have, is that you've started to create a plan and now you're feeling restless and confused. Where do I begin? How do I start? What am I doing? Do you know what? I don't know if I even want to be structured like this. I'm telling you for your own benefit, get structure into your world ASAP this year before the chaos can begin. And when I say the chaos, we don't necessarily look at the 4 as a chaos energy, although this month is a chaos energy, but we do look at it as restricting until you understand the gifts it has. So this month's energy, the 5 energy, may be giving you some restlessness and you appear to want freedom from restrictions, but they're not restrictions if they're in alignment with who you are. So this month, less haste, more speed. Well, there's a contra there because I've already said slow and steady, but it's all about slowing down, grounding yourself, laying your roots, planning, moving forward and taking action. Don't just go out there without thinking about it. When you've got a plan, you can do it with speed. But if you just go out there and start, you're going to hit all the chaos and all the challenges that the 5 energy will be bringing. It's all about your foundations. Ask yourself, what can I do to speed up the process of arriving at my goals, my big goals, my milestones, my dreams and desires. This is the year to build, and we cannot build without the foundation. So this 5 is going to make it all come up so you can step back and look at what it is that you've got to do. This is a month of change and challenge, but when you are spiritually aware, you'll realize that it's actually a month of opportunity. Isn't that great? A month of opportunity. So ground yourself, be ready and be resourceful. It's a year of obstacles and you can either grow or shrink. The choice is yours. The 5 energy is all about choice. So remain focused on your goal, your goals, your milestones, and every day you want to be doing something that brings you nearer. It doesn't matter how big or small, everything is a step in the right direction. Things are changing and courses will be altered. We only have to look at the UK. We've had the general election now. Brexit is due to take place this month and it really needs to. We'll be in chaos until we do it, and then afterwards we've got the 4 energy to ground us and put in the effort and action to make this work. So know that things are changing. Know that you've got to let go of some outdated practices. I've mentioned all of this in my previous video. So let go of the old, welcome the new, and really know who you are. Last year, 2019, was about expressing yourself. If you've done that, you'll know more of who you are, what it's about, where you're going, what you want, what makes you tick, what makes you feel alive, what fulfills you. And I want to really build on this now this year. Well, the energy's building on it anyway. So it depends, like I said, if you want to grow or shrink. And for me, I want to grow. It's time that the five energy that January brings in this 1 month, it's a time to promote yourself. Whether it be in your business, in your relationships, in how you show up. What can you do to promote yourself? Look at all your assets. Look at all the things that you are great at. Look at all the things that you need support and help on, and you're going to go out there and make the connections to make it happen. So it's a time to promote yourself, network, connect. The 5 energy is the one in the middle of the 1 to 9, and it's like the star. Look at your hand, it's like the star. You want to have many things going on, not just one. Don't just be focused on your business or your new relationship or just your health. You need to balance this, and I've explained this in my last few videos. List your resources. What do you have asset wise? What do you have knowledge wise? What do you have connection wise? And then once you know your resources, acknowledge them, because the 4 energy of 2020 is about knowing I'm going to use the word limitations, but really knowing what you can do, not what you can't do, what you can do, and now make these as strengths. And if you need support in this, because the 4 energy is all about teamwork, then you go out and you find them while you're networking and connecting. So what do you have? What do you need? Who are your connections? And make new connections. That's what this month is all about. What I want to say, because of the 4 energy of the year and you're out there making those connections, get a mentor. What is it that you're not resourceful in, and but by getting that resource can help you implement all that you want? Then whether it's a relationship mentor, a business mentor, a life coach mentor, go out and get yourself a mentor. Also, an accountability buddy. The 4 energy is about accountability. And this month you might fall off the rails with this 5 energy. Get yourself an accountability buddy that you are going to stay connected with. If you've truly connected to your goal and your big dream, this shouldn't be daunting. This shouldn't be restricting. This should be easy. I know I've already said, life is simple. We just don't make it easy. Not in this video, but in a previous video. So get a mentor. Get an accountability partner or accountability buddy. Your mentor may be this, but outside that, become accountable with your significant other, your partner, whether it be your partner in your relationship, significant other, or one in business. You've got to be working together as a team. The 5 energy is all about freedom. But I've said before, freedom means to cut the ties of everything. Then you'd be bored, you'd have no home, you'd be disconnected. So it's not about that total freedom of nothing, because that's what freedom means, but it's freedom of choice, freedom of will. When you are passionate about what you do, your free will work for you. When you know what you want, it's easy to make choice. Decisions become easier. So look at freedom, make it that you are free to choose. Freedom to take care of your responsibilities. So it's not about losing or letting go of your responsibilities. It's not about feeling that there are restrictions. It's about being free to take care of your responsibilities. I watched a video the other day. A man who owns a company called Gravity, and they were doing really well, and then he discovered that he had a really good employee working for him that had 2 jobs, and she'd left a form on the table to extend the hours, or to go on a training rather, to improve herself on the 2nd job. And he said to her, called her and he said, what will it take for you to not need that other job? And she said, you know what, I've got all these outgoings. I need to put a roof over my head, cover my expenses. I've got a child. And it was agreed that she'd give him a figure. So she gave him a figure of 70,000, and he went, right, fine, 70,000 it is. But he didn't stop there. He gave his whole team 70,000. And you might think, oh, wow, he gave them all that money. That's great. But what happened was, when they were not dealing with their restrictions, when they were free to apply themselves without all that worry, they were able to put in more creativity, more insight, more effort, more action. And the business has just grown. That's what happens when we can let go of our worries, stop thinking we should be someone we're not, stop feeling we should be someone we're not, and coming back to the now and building from it with this 4 energy. Know your plan. So use this month to get some order in this disorganized month, but use this month to make the connections and to see what you're resourceful at. Look at your challenges as opportunities. Let go of fear, panic, anxiety, and overwhelm. They are buffers, they are stoppers, and you don't want to have them going on. And my last thing I want you to think about is something else that you need to let go of. Who are you controlling? Let go of that. And even more dynamic, who are you allowing to control you? The 4 energy is an energy of control or stability. So not so much control, you know, if we build a house and we don't put those strong RSJs in, there's no stability. So there's control because it's holding up everything above. But you know, we each have our own destiny, our own life, and whether it's our children, our partner, work colleagues, or whatever, let go of controlling everybody else. Save that energy and spend it on you. Invest in you. So let go of control. This is, I've already said it in my 2020 video, it's the great energy, this 4 energy, because if you can build from this now, and you've already had a test drive in the last quarter of 2019, just keep dreaming big and taking action every day to move closer and closer to your goal. I wish you an amazing January, and do leave any comments and suggestions below. What is it that you're planning to move forward with? What action are you going to take with? Let me know if something was a challenge this month and you overcome it and it became a success. Leave comments below. If you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, push the notification bell, because I'm about to commence personal year numbers. These give you a month-by-month breakdown of what's in store for you in 2020. And on a last note, if you would really love a mentor to bring you into alignment for you to achieve your goals, then do consider me. I offer an amazing mentorship program that gives you back a piece of you each month, aligns you with your goals, and we use the energy, not just the universal energy that I've just shared, but your own personal year energy, the universal year energy, and everything that you've got going on in your own code. I've loved connecting with you. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.